I'm also like, I say this tenderly because I'm 38 fucking years old. So yeah, like I've been working for 20 years. I'm a professional adult.
So we can cut off a lot of dudes if you dating, you're not dating, whatever. But like future, what's the age limit?
Age limit?
As far as youth to older. What's the youngest to the oldest? Like what's your range?
Damn, I'm telling myself right now. I would say right now, at my age right now. Yeah, I would not date younger than 25, 26.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
That's a
Why
good one.
are you laughing?
Why is that funny?
No, because I thought she was going to be on
I thought you would say.
I thought she was going to be on some like 35 to 57.
Me too.
Oh no! I mean, I don't think I could. I don't know. I'm not gonna get up here and lie. Okay, young men are very aggressive and they do not care how old I am. And
Wait, but Joy, I have to ask you because this is a whole thing with women.
25
where they're saying
is a
that these
grown
young men
man.
are really.
25 is grown. I agree.
They're saying
Nah, you ain't about to have me out here on some bullshit.
No.
25 is a grown ass man.
They're saying 25-year-old men are where it's at. All the older women, that's what I'm trying to say. The women that I've been talking to, like in their 30s, late 30s, they're like, like these younger men, they're intentional, they come with it. They're like not playing around. They want to date you. They like treat you like you're a goddess. They appreciate you. They talk life into you. Like I am hearing that these younger men from all these women, they are where it's at. I've never dated a younger man before. No, I've never wanted to.
They're telling the truth.
At this point, they're talking about.
Is this the truth after dark? They're telling the truth.
This is what I'm hearing. And even
but I don't like it's 20. I don't want to be clear here because I'm not. I don't like 25 is a grown man.
It's a grown man. Joy.
Okay,
you're not. Don't.
You're not
worry
about to have
that.
me on some bullshit.
What about it? What else is non-negotiable for you?
I'm less and less interested in religious men, if I'm being honest with you. I told Paul this the other day. I don't know. You hit me with the man of God thing.
But you say God a lot on your podcast.
God?
Yeah, you be like, God, oh my God.
Oh my God. No.
Oh my God is different.
Oh my God is different than being a
God.
man of God. If you're leading, I don't know. I've just had some. I've had some negative experiences with people that lead with their religion.
Are you religious?
Not really. No. So I would say I'm a person of faith, but I'm not. Okay. I was raised in a Baptist church, very, very religious family. I don't think that just because you're a Christian that you are, not living a good life. I'm just saying if that's the first thing that you bring to the table, it's a red flag for me because
I don't they're hiding behind their religion.
I don't care. Why? What does this matter to me?
With that before? That's what that happened.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might have a trigger behind that.
I do.
Sure. Yeah,
I do.
Yeah,
I absolutely. Yeah. I'm acknowledging. I'm triggered by this, and it's become a red flag for me. Wow. I'm not saying that if you believe in God that you are a red flag. I also don't give a fuck. So just tell somebody else about it. I think for some men, they think that that's what women are looking for. Like looking for a good Christian man.
Yeah.
And some people are, but just not me. So
that's my thing about religion too. Like, like man may not like lead with it, but like some men needed to pull them out of places. Like when there's nothing else, like I felt like religion like pulled me out of some dark places. Mm-hmm. And like I believe
religion or faith.
Faith, probably faith,
right?
More so than like
because to me those are two different things.
Okay,
believing in God, having spirituality, having a connection with your spiritual side, praying, all of those things I do.
Yeah,
but
same. But religion is different.
To lead with like like let's go to church on Sunday.
I'm Christian, I'm Catholic, I'm Baptist, whatever it is, that's like your religion versus I'm a man of faith because I pray, I believe in a higher power.
But also for me, to my spirituality. I feel like a lot of people a lot of men that are extremely religious think that if we get together that I'm going to start doing that and like I'm not.
Shut up, bitch! By the way, this is the same woman who said this about a guy she dated.
I have supported men financially throughout my life. It got to a point where they were ungrateful, and one of them actually cheated on me with a stripper with money that I gave him.
How did that make you feel?
I mean, honestly, I love a good plot. So this shit was so crazy that I was like, this is fucking unserious as fuck. How the fuck you gonna be sitting on my couch playing Xbox all day after you lost your job, after I fucking told you don't do this thing, it's gonna make you lose your job? And he lost his fucking job. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna be a soldier. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be a ride or die. And I'm like, take a week, chill, get your mind right, whatever. Week turns into a month. And then I'm like, all right, look, you ain't finna be sitting on the couch playing video games all day while I pay all the bills. That's fucking crazy. So here's some money. Go out, have a drink, get your mind right.
Oh, he went and got a stripper.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at him because he probably felt so down and so low of himself. And he probably didn't know how to express to you how he felt. And she probably heard him in his most vulnerable moment. He made a mistake, definitely, but he was vulnerable. Pride and ego probably was hurt. He didn't know no better. He didn't know what he had at the moment.
Oh, no, he certainly did not.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Joy Taylor is just full of shit, man. If I'm being honest, she's just full of shit. She sounds like a trick to me. Because I remember a few months ago, she also said this.
Would you leave the game if the seats were high? Or if a man took you this place on a first date, what you would do? And I'm telling you, like, every interaction that I have with people now, in some way or another, these things come up. Can we just keep it a buck? If they're fine enough, if they're funny enough, or if their financial status is what you want. Fine, funny, fucking money. You're throwing all boundaries, standards, all that shit you talked on Instagram about how you would never, and this woman ain't kid, because women this and men this, and you're moving forward with this person.
The biggest problem I have with older women is they don't know when to quit. That's the biggest problem I have with older women. You know, when it comes to men, when a man gets to a certain age, we know when to quit. When a man gets to a certain age, like let's say he's 50, let's say he's 55, he stopped competing with young people. He becomes like this life advisor kind of thing. But you know, women, they don't know when to quit. See, Joy Taylor, I don't know what she wants, man. She says she wants to date younger man. She's going to date the only man she's going to date is going to be like 25 or something like that, younger 25. I bet you if a man says the same thing, people are going to clown him. People are going to have issues with that if that was a man. But like I said, I don't care what you date. That's your fucking problem. I just think sometimes these older women, they're still competing with these younger girls. They don't know when to quit. They don't know when to stop doing some certain things. You know, when you listen to Joy Taylor, she just sounds like, you know, like this kind of girl that just lose. She don't sound like a responsible person at all. Because everything that comes out of her mouth just sounds like, you know, very irresponsible person. Honestly. And I know she got a reputation for that shit because we've heard some certain things about her in the Fox News thing and all this shit. But I expect better, especially if you work in the network, you know, and you're making that kind of money. You should at least respect yourself, you know, because every time a man is in a situation like this woman, and they say something like, oh, I like to date younger girls, or, you know, I just have this girl in my home and she's just laying around and all this shit, people are going to bash him. People are going to have issues with him. But if a woman said the same thing, they just get away with it, which I understand the double standard, but it's just weird what a woman could say and get away with that so many men cannot say. And if a man is trying to act on his own double standard, people crucify him for that shit. Listening to Joy Taylor, she just sounds very immature. I don't got issue with his, a dating preference. That's, if she wants to go young, that's a problem. I don't care. If people want to date younger person, as long as they're legal age, I don't care. But it's just, you see some certain woman, and you just know that these women are just, they've been passed around so many times. Like, it's like a certain person in a certain industry where people don't want to fuck with her no more. That's just how she sounds. When you see a woman that's hot and knows her worth, she ain't gonna tell you she wants to date a 25 years old. There's nothing she's gonna do with a 25 years old because there's so many suitors. But somebody like Joy Taylor does disgrace, embarrass herself in so many ways. Fox News, and you know she's been passed around and shit. She's fucking. There's a rumor allegedly that she's fucking Emmanuel Ocho, whatever his name is. When you've been passed around that much and your reputation is on the floor, you say dumb shit like what she's saying. And watching her, as a sport analyst, sometimes I was like, well, how did this girl get a job? But we all know how she got the job. It's just when I see things like this, and I hear things like this, and there's no backlash from it, it just make me understand that men are going through a lot of shit, man. Because we can't say some sudden shit. But I can't say much about Joy Taylor because I understand. People don't respect her in a way. I don't think she respects herself either. So I can't say much about her. But listening to that podcast, the first video, the way the woman was talking, these younger boys, they're so aggressive. This is how you see the downfall of women. Because they don't tell each other the truth. They lie to each other. They do lie to each other. And you can see in that video that Paul Pierce was just looking at both of them like, okay, this is strange. Because he's actually been a little careful of what he's going to say because he don't want to get himself in trouble. But you can see the other woman just endorsing whatever nonsense she was saying. And it was just cool. She's not even like, hey, maybe these younger guys might, maybe they're not what you want. Maybe these guys don't want to marry you or something like that. Because we all know a younger guy that's 25, he's not marrying her. He's just blowing up her back. The same thing with the other Trace. What's her name? This blackish woman. Same thing. Because this woman understands all these older men are not going to take their bullshit. This is not about she dating a younger person. She just understands like these older people already know what the fuck she is. They know her. And they ain't going to take her bullshit. That's why all of them keep going to younger guys. Because younger guys are not planning to marry them. They just want to blow out their back and move their thing. They just move their way. That's it. They're not ready for commitment. They just want to fuck a mature person, a MILF. That's it. That's why they're not ready to be accountable for nothing. That's why they keep going to these younger people. It's as simple as that. The same thing for Tara. I forgot her name. They keep going to these young guys because young guys ain't gonna marry them. They know young guys ain't gonna marry them. They're just there for the fun. They have the fun and they're hot at that. And they bounce to another dick, from dick to dick to dick. The same shit. But anyway, man, that's a problem. Let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section, man. Please like and subscribe, man. I'm out of here.